And also to Katie Gallagher, Treasury and Finance over the years has done a lot of work in the region, working with Pacific nations in things like money laundering, governance and budget financing. Given what's happened in the Solomons, do you see that stepping up? And secondly, on the Solomons, Karen Andrews says that she believes that the Beijing struck this arrangement with the Solomon Islands government in the middle of an election campaign quite deliberately. What's your response to that?
I'm going to take that last bit. Even by the incredibly low standards of this government, I thought what Karen Andrews said was remarkably desperate and remarkably unhinged. Now, the Australian people will determine who wins this election, and they have a choice between a better future with a stronger economy under Labor or another 3 years of skyrocketing prices and falling real wages and all of the dysfunction and drift and mistakes and the corruption of the budget that we've seen over the best part of a decade. On a day when inflation is going through the roof, on a day when it becomes clearer than ever that ordinary working families are falling behind and can't get ahead, it says everything about this government that they want to make a claim like that.
Yeah, sure. Look, just in a general sense, and I think you saw this reflected in the policy we announced yesterday, which did have a component in there about financing and support to work with Pacific nations. But we want to be the partner of choice for the Pacific, and that is, if that can be assisted through APS or public sector engagement and advice, then of course that would be what we would implement. And the policy, what we've seen under Scott Morrison is he's vacated the field. He made jokes about the islands going underwater. He made them rewrite, or tried to bully them into rewriting outcomes from their summit. And it's no surprise that they are now sceptical of our engagement with them. So we need to rebuild trust and make those investments where we can, and where we can use our capacity, and certainly across those departments of Treasury and Finance, to better support them, or if they are seeking that advice, then of course we would do that.